Welcome back to Dagryffyn Hobby. My name's Dave, and now I'm going to try to make some progress on the layout. It's Sunday morning. I got a cup of coffee in my Red Caboose Motel mug. I've got Ozzy's Boneyard ready to go on the stereo. I've got foam. I've got track. I've got 6 sheets of the 2-inch insulation foam that I used for the layout. Let's get some work done. So at the beginning of this video, it was last weekend. So some time has elapsed and some progress was made. I had started over on this corner of the layout, laying down the Woodland Scenics track bed roadbed because I knew where that loop was going to stay based on its spacing from the wall and how much room I needed from there. I started laying the roadbed along the wall around this loop and then came over to these bridges. At that point, I needed to pick the placement for the under arch bridge, which last time when I installed that, I dug down into the foam to where I thought the bridge should sit, and I had a lot of trouble getting it straight and at the right height. So what I did this time was I cut a piece of 2-inch foam and a piece of 1-inch foam, stacked them together and checked that height under the bridge to see if it brought it up to the right level. And it brought it really close. So I glued those 2 pieces together, chopped them in half, and put a half under each end of the bridge. Now I did have to shim up each end a little bit, but that's okay because it gave me a nice, stable, even base for that bridge. The arch under bridge was pushed all the way towards the loop on this end. And then for this other end of the bridge, I used a section that was, I think, I'm not really sure where it was. It was a stack of foam that I had started to carve into, but I actually flipped it around. It was probably from this back corner somewhere, but I flipped it around and cut it a little bit, and it fits pretty well into that space. I will have to contour around the base of the bridge on both sides and add some depth there. But it's got it in a really good sturdy spot, so I like that. After the arch under bridge was set, I was able to focus on these bridges here. Once I chose the specific placement of that track and the turn, I was able to know exactly where the straight piece was going to go. Now, in order to help myself out with the process of figuring out exactly where the track was going to be and to help support the bridges, I used a piece of wood underneath the bridges to help support it, which is actually the same wood that's used on these walls. It was a scrap I had laying around, and it's maybe a 1/4 inch sturdy. It's a little floppy, but it's enough to support, add strength and stability under these bridges. And I'll probably like paint it black or something like that. You won't see it. So I was able to anchor that into each side across the span, and then cut this piece to support in the middle, which I then cut into the base so that I had a nice sure footing there. And then this I will have to carve or decorate into some sort of concrete looking, whatever they're called, support. And it should be pretty neat. And the train clears perfectly well on both sides. Even the longer Erie-Lackawanna passenger cars clear it, so I should be good. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Dagryffyn Hobby.